Are you ready? Are you ready?
Yep. Of course. Oh, shoot.
Disclaimer, I am high off of jelly beans right now. So if I'm acting crazy, then you know it's because I'm high off of jelly beans. Hi guys! I'm Christina.
I'm Shanta.
And today we're going to be talking about how we got into FSU.
Go Noles.
Yep. Alright, so we're going to be talking about our GPA. We're going to be talking about the classes we took. We're going to be talking about our extracurriculars. We're going to be talking about our awards and our SAT and ACT scores. Alright, so first things first, our GPA. So my GPA, unweighted, was a 3.97 and weighted was a 5.4.
My GPA, unweighted, was a 3.8 and my weighted was a 5.3.
So I know you guys are probably thinking, like, I don't know, 5 point something is pretty high for a GPA. Not to like brag or anything, but it's kind of because we went to a school that like was like an ACE high school. So now you know how you have like an IB high school, or you have like an AP high school where you take AP or IB courses. So we took ACE courses. But the thing about our school is like 9 out of 10 of those classes that they offered were ACE classes.
Yes.
So we had no choice but to take ACE classes.
And it's not like, it wasn't a big school, so it wasn't like, oh, we had regular classes with this program and you could choose to be a part of the ACE program. If you came to the school, you were choosing to be a part of the ACE program. So I want to say we did like, what was it, 6 times 4, like 24 classes in total, and I want to say 20 of them were probably ACE classes.
They really were. And yeah, that was brutal, honestly. That made high school so much harder. But like we couldn't falter. Like we had to get A's and all.
Yes.
So. And the same thing with like AP or IB. You have like a test at the end that you get credit for taking the class. So it doesn't matter what grade you get throughout the year. What really matters is if you pass the test or not, to get the credit for it. So to get the college credit for it.
And then, you know, if you meet all of their requirements, like you take the math class, the science class, all the other categories they had, and then you ended up with at least 7 of those credits meeting those categories at the end, you got the ACE diploma, which guarantees you bright futures.
Yep. So in addition to taking ACE classes, we were also taking dual enrollment courses at our local community college, which was Miami-Dade College.
So I got about 34 credits. I think it's the same for Christina. We basically were doing the same things. And added with the 12 classes that I took at school, and the ACE credits, and the 13 that Christina took, we ended up getting 60 in total, which is an AA degree. So what that means is that you've done 2 years of college already. So when you get to school, when you get to whatever college you end up at, if they take those credits, you're a freshman, yes, but technically speaking, you're a junior already.
Yeah, so like right now on each of our portals for FSU, it says like junior.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm a junior.
Not really though.
But I am though.
Okay. Yeah. So now we're gonna be talking about our extracurriculars, and the thing about our extracurriculars is that we had a lot. We did a lot. Like, our high school lives were very busy, in honesty.
And what she means is we had no life but high school. That's what she
really
means.
Though. So we're gonna break it up by years just to like basically dissect it.
We're basically going over the clubs we were in, the community service we were doing, and like internships and jobs we were doing at that time.
Yeah. So 9th grade year, I was only in one club. Well, at the beginning, I was only in one club. I was in Model UN.
I was in student council. I was secretary when we first started, but our president kind of left the school 2-3 months in, so I ended up being bumped up to president.
Yeah, and I saw it as a perfect opportunity to kind of swoop in and take her spot, you know what I'm saying, real quick.
Anyways.
So I was her replacement, and that's actually how we met.
Yes, that's how we met. Best friends forever. But that's also the year that I started doing dual enrollment, like the spring of 9th grade year.
I started in the summer. Yeah.
I think we took a class together, I think. But we were also like donating food and supplies, so that was how we got some of our hours from 9th grade year.
Yeah. And in total, my hours was 178.
And mine was 350.
Yeah, in all honesty, I got a majority of my hours from band. Because the thing about our band is like you have to come to like different concerts and play for different induction ceremonies and different
almost like a dozen times a year.
Yeah.
Sometimes they tell you 2 days before. So they try to make up for all this grief they gave you guys.
Yeah.
She was in all 4 years. I didn't join till 11th grade.
Yeah, so that's where I got my hours from.
So 10th grade, I did student council again, but this time I was vice president.
And I was president.
I also joined SNHS, so Science National Honor Society.
And I joined NHS, National Honor Society.
So we did more dual enrollment classes, obviously. I think it was about 4 more that year.
Yeah.
And then you guys remember Hurricane Irma came through.
I mean, if you're from the South.
Yeah.
If you're don't remember,
you're from Florida or, down there, down here in America, then you remember Irma. And she tore up some stuff, so we donated a lot of food and supplies that year through our school and others places, so that helped out a lot with the hours. Mm-hmm. That summer, I actually did an internship at a summer camp, which was an interesting experience that I never want to do again. And technically it was a paid internship, but I did extra hours, so I also got community service hours for that. I got almost 200. It was like 190 or something like that.
I also did an internship during 10th grade summer. So I did it at a law firm because I want to be a lawyer. So I did a law firm in Miami, and it was a paid internship too. I did about like 21 hours a week the entire summer.
So 11th grade year, I did student council again, and this year I was president, so we switched off.
Yeah, and I was VP.
I was still in SNHS, but it was the year before we had to apply to college, so we went stupid, go crazy.
Yeah, we like went from 2 to like 10.
Yeah,
clubs.
So I joined Key Club. We joined the same thing. So we joined Key Club, Speech and Debate, HIP, the Health Information Project, NHS. I joined band that year, and we both joined the Youth Advisory Council, which was off school campus. It was with our city hall through the Children's Trust. So we were at like 8 clubs now. Really had no life.
Yeah, really, like junior year is so stressful. So like if you are juniors and you're going through this now, I'm sorry. I feel your pain.
My sister's a junior right now, and I'm just like sitting back looking at her like, you thought I was joking.
That was being dramatic? No.
And we were still doing dual enrollment, so that was 4 more classes that year.
Yeah. And then 12th grade, we did all the same clubs except we left Key Club and Speech and Debate, and we joined Rho Kappa, which is like a history National Honor Society.
Yeah. And we were still doing council, but our SGA board, which is like the people who govern this different councils, all those people graduated, so I had to go move up to student government, so I became the president of student government. And Christina became the president of our class council again.
Yeah. And I forgot to mention that the summer before 12th grade, I interned again at the law firm, and I also started working during 11th grade at Odini's Caribbean Restaurant in Homestead, Florida.
I was working at the same restaurant. I wasn't doing the internship anymore, so I did a lot more hours at Odini's, and if I wasn't there, I was probably in a dual enrollment class. So.
Yeah. And now we're going to talk about our SAT scores. So for my SAT score, it was a 1380. And broken down, it was a 680 in reading, and it was a 700 in math.
I had a 1310, and it was a composite score, so I believe it was a 740 in math, and then it was a 720 in math, and then a 690 in reading.
And yeah, like our scores aren't like the highest for like Ivy Leagues, I guess you can say, but they are pretty high for like, especially like FSU's average and stuff like that. So if you guys want to know like how we prepared for that and how we started studying and what we used to study, honestly, we have so many tips and tricks.
Yes.
So just leave a comment if you want to know.
We're like SAT queens. Like,
yeah, like literally we've been researching this stuff since 9th grade, so we're kind of experts.
Our school is like really good at pushing stuff for college, so it was like they signed everybody up for the PSAT 10th grade year. They signed everybody up again 11th grade year. Hope somebody got a scholarship. So it was really pushed over there.
Yeah.
You know what wasn't pushed?
The ACT. Wow, yeah, they definitely did not push that at all. And I regret, so many regrets for not taking the ACT. Like, I mean, I took it, but not taking it seriously enough. So the first time we both took it, we were like, let's test out the
let's
ACT.
Just see what it's about.
It's a foreign test to us. Never like really thought about it, but let's see how it goes. Right? So I scored a 28.
I got a 26.
Yeah. And those are kind of alright scores.
I was like, but like I couldn't practice for it, so I didn't want to waste my time.
We literally attempted to study for it the night before.
It was so hard.
We decided to study for it the night before.
I don't know who we thought we were, but
yeah.
It's harder to get materials. Like you would have to pay for a class or something, and it was like I can't pay for that. Why would I do that when I got free resources for the SAT?
Yeah. But the thing is that's the thing that our school was talking about. Like that's why they were pushing the ACT so much. But the thing about the
SAT so much.
But the thing about the ACT is that yeah, resources might be harder to find, but in my opinion, I feel like it's so much easier. It's so much easier. Like a lot of the stuff you use for the SAT to study for, you can also use for the ACT to study for. So I took it a second time, and I actually put like real time and effort into it. And I got a 31, which is actually pretty good. So
I never did it again. So
well, that's that.
My one regret. I never did it again.
Yeah. And our awards.
So I don't know. I guess by our GPA, you can kind of tell we got a lot of honor roll awards, of course. But as far as mine, we both got a District 9 award, which is basically an award in Miami-Dade that your school faculty picks you for. We don't know what the criteria was. We just like, I don't know, they just gave us a paper and we showed up.
Yeah, it was just like one day like, hey, you guys were chosen for this award. And
congratulations. I'm like,
she got it in 9th grade and I got it in 10th grade.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
I'll never know what it was for, but I appreciate it.
Yeah, and then at the end of each year, we have like the end of the year awards. So teachers pick the top students, like who had the highest GPA in their classes. For 10th grade, I got college. I'm saying college algebra. I got algebra 2, and I got English. And then for 11th grade, I got French 2.
And 12th grade year, I went through the whole Quest Bridge process, and I became a Quest Bridge finalist. I didn't get matched at the end, but I did become a finalist. So if you do that, just know it's a big thing to put on your resume when colleges are looking at you.
Yeah. And that's about it, guys. But if you guys want to know about our essays, because I know FSU is like, it's not required. But we did submit our essays because we were applying through the
Coalition and Common Apps.
Yeah, so they submitted our essays for us. So if you want to know how we wrote those, how we studied for the SAT or ACT, or anything else, like
and we got into other colleges too. So if you want to know about those, like UF, Howard, I got into NYIT,
got into NYU.
Some others I can't remember, but
I got into, like, I'm like gonna sit here and I'm gonna be like, yeah, I got into Duke. Like, I did. I'm not capping. Like, I really did get into Duke, but the money wasn't there. So, and FSU is an amazing school.
Yes.
So, but if you guys have any more questions, let us know. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
Bye, guys. Bye.